How's it going, guys? Welcome to Gumps videos. My name is Kyle Gumper, and we will be talking about Daredevil Season 2, and it's the review. It's finally done, and I'm sorry I haven't been really active, but I've been going through some stuff. That's beside the point. Before I get started, don't be afraid to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and all that other stuff. So let's get started with Daredevil Season 2 review. So Daredevil Season 2 takes a long break from Season 1, its time has passed, and I actually like that. I don't want it to be right off the bat oh, we've seen this already, and I'm glad we had that. And I'm going to just talk about some of the characters, some of the story plot, things I dislike, but I'm going to get more to general, I'm not going to get very specific in this video, because if I got into specifics, there would be a lot of things, and this review's got to be short. So let's go with the characters. The characters in this are a lot more complex, and for the most part I did like them, and there's times where I didn't like them. And Daredevil, Matt Murdock, I really liked him expanding this Daredevil show. He is saying that I need to be Daredevil, because if I'm not him, I don't feel like I'm being completed. And then there's some self-conflict between him, his friends, and Elektra. I love that aspect, but Elektra at first did get on my nerves. I don't care if everybody else likes her. Just at first, she did get on my nerves a little bit, but I'm gonna guess that's her character. I didn't read the comics, so I don't know too much about her, but I like the whole romance thing. But the whole constantly getting them into trouble, that kind of irked me a little bit. Okay, really, what's the point of that? She kind of felt like a plot device, and that's my main complaint with the characters. I love Foggy was freaking awesome this season. He is a total badass in this season. Not fighting wise, but he's verbally a badass. When Foggy got into conflict with a lot of these other characters, he verbally attacked them and he fucked them up. It was insane. I loved him in the season. So he wasn't just oh hey, let's do it, buddy. They did have that because they were trying to be friends. I like the whole aspect of that. So Karen Page in this season, she has more to do as a self character. She is constantly trying to figure out what Punisher. Why is he doing this? She tries to find the good in everybody, and yes, I could get annoying, but for some reason it didn't get annoying like what Elektra was doing, because she kept on doing it and doing it and doing it, and for some reason it didn't get annoying. So that's kind of impressive how she did that, or the writers did that in general. And let's get to the big part that everyone's wondering: how is the Punisher? Punisher steals the season. I think he was perfect. He's just a total badass. When he's being interrogated, he's getting punched left and right. He's like, ow, ow, okay, is that all you got? You ain't gonna do nothing. So overall, I love the characters. Now the story is, I think it's kind of small in scale compared to what Daredevil Season 1 was. Oh, everyone's connected to Wilson Fisk. This one was more just Elektra. It was more personal, if you will. And then the Hand comes in, and you don't feel really that threatened. At least I didn't. I didn't feel that threatened by them. The only time I felt threatened is every time they would fight Daredevil and he couldn't hear their heartbeats. That's the only time I felt threatened. Other than that, I didn't feel threatened I didn't fear for Daredevil's life, because he didn't really get his ass kicked like he did in the other season. But there was times where I felt like he could be untouched. He was untouchable. The only person that could touch him was Punisher, and still he kind of kicked Punisher's ass after the first encounter, because the first encounter Daredevil got his ass kicked. Now let's get into some of the bads. I did touch up on some bad things, but those are just very vague. Now I'm going to talk about some of the things that were a little bit more technical. Some of the scenes that the camera work, that was okay for the most part. Some shots were shaky, handheld. I love handheld cameras, but sometimes you really shouldn't use it, especially when you're doing a close-up of somebody. No, just get a little tripod for that. And there's some things that probably not everyone else will notice, but there were some editing flaws. There's a shot where Foggy was screaming at Matt in the dark in the room, and then when he was getting ready to leave, for some reason, one time he was looking like that. Then the other cut, he was looking this way, and then he stood still for 5 seconds and then walked like he was being told what to do. There's some there's a lot of here and there, not as big as that, but there's tidbits of a little bit of editing flaws. But other than that, it's a great season. Is it as good as the first one? No, not really. Fisk is actually in this season, and I love the connection in it. It's pretty awesome, but is it still good? Yes, it's good. Is it good as Daredevil? Like I said, no. Is it good as Jessica Jones? No. If I had to rank them, it's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and then Daredevil Season 2. But is it still good? Yes. Does it live up to the hype? Yes, it's still a really good season. You guys should totally check it out, okay? I'm going to give this season 4.2 out of 5 stars. I love getting little points in there, so it's not just quite 4, but I'm going to give it a 4.2. Thank you guys for watching. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and all that other shit. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later, and goodbye.